Welcome to Huddersfield College. My name is Mr. Mukul. I'm one of the IT teachers, and today we're in the hardware and software lab. This lab we're in, it has a sort of a multitude of functions. One of the functions is actually students are able to create their own networks, so local area networks. We're all fully equipped to sort of set those up, client server networks. As well as that, we can also do hardware and software upgrading and installation of hardware. At the moment, at this stage, we've got some students doing some hardware where they've got to dismantle and rebuild the PC as part of their assessment for the BTEC extended course. And the others are actually doing the coursework because we do it in stages. We have sort of 4 or 5 students working on the hardware and the rest are actually working on their assignments. Okay then, do you want to just talk us through what you've just done and what's the next step?
Alright, so the next step is you would basically want to do as much as you can on the motherboard itself. So normally if it's a new system you'll normally not have a CPU or CPU cooler on it, so you would usually put your CPU in and then put your thermal paste in the cooler, and you would normally do and then you put your RAM sticks in. Because this case is literally pretty much as bare as it can be, what we'll do is we'll also put the power supply in, as well as fans, and in this case also the caddy.
So why would you put the RAM and the cooler and the CPU in first?
It's mainly just because it's a lot easier, because you have a lot more space instead of being crammed into the small case of this.
That's good. That's well done.
After you've done that, you would normally, after having your power supply in and your motherboard in, you would normally cable those up and route your front panel I/O and your fans onto the motherboard. Because you have a caddy in, you can, at this point you should also put your hard drive in. It's slightly out of order because this is a smaller case and you have to do it in a different order, but our standard case you will normally do more in that order.
You'd put the caddy in and then you've got your hard drives, and then you've got what bits have you got to connect up for it to actually start powering up and working?
In terms of connections, you will need, so in the power supply you have your 8-pin and Molex, well Molex you don't really use anymore, but SATA 8-pin, 24-pin I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah, 24.
You'll normally plug the 24 and 4-pin into your motherboard, and your 8-pin into any graphics cards if you have them. In this case, in this graphics card we have no PCI power, so this will just sucks the power from the board itself, so that step is not needed. You'll also need SATA power, so these hard drives are SATA hard drives. You'll normally need your power and your data. So this data, and you'll normally need one of these cables for data, and this goes into the motherboard. Thank
you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've got a little bit of a taster in terms of the sort of activities we do at Huddersfield College IT department. Hope to see you next year.